told you. I told you, motherfuckers. I told you. Don't worry about next gen consoles right now. Next gen consoles, my words exactly. PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's do not need to come out right now. We barely reached the tip of the iceberg with the systems that we had now. Now, I know a lot of people have been like, well, you know, I've had my PlayStation for almost 8 years now, about as long as it's actually been out. And I've played many different games that are very beautiful. So I think it's time for an upgrade. Let me tell you something, bro. How many of those games have you played that are actually been playable? How many of those games have you played that have actually, came through the way with what they have supposed to come through? Been complete, not bugged, not glitched, none of that bullshit. Playable, huh? They all look good, but how the gameplay gonna be? Guess we'll never find out, huh? Because PlayStation 5 consoles, along with Xbox Series X consoles, are harder to attain in a year that they were supposed to be easier to attain. Here I'm thinking, man, shit, come summertime, I'll just go ahead and wait and get me one then, because I'll just be able to walk into a store and grab one. Now, with this article, we learn that probably is not going to happen anytime soon. That it probably won't be until 2022, at least mid 2022, before we can actually just walk into a store and buy a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. Here's why. In 2021, it's still very difficult to buy a PlayStation 5. The console is just isn't it what console? Oh my god, sorry about that. A PlayStation 5. Sony's new PlayStation console isn't just in high demand, but production issues and component shortages. Right there, component shortages are constraining stock. High demand and low supply is always a terrible combination for consumers, but exasperating the issue is the resellers market. Scalpers, which continue to thrive months after the console's launch. And as long as the consumers continue to buy consoles off scalpers at absurd prices, scalpers will continue to hawk PlayStation 5 restocks and buy large amounts each time, with bots capable of making orders far quicker than any human. Now, with that being said, if you didn't get it, I know I fucked it up and butchered it at the beginning, but here, let me go ahead and lay it down to you as only I can. These scalpers are going to continue to buy PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series X's. They're getting that money. If PlayStation and Xbox or Microsoft aren't getting money for the systems that they're making, that means that they can't buy the fucking equipment or shit that they need to continue to produce systems so that we can all have one. Why is that? Because the fucking scalpers are buying up every goddamn system out there within the blink of an eye. And that means that they are off selling that money, selling them systems. Like, yeah, they buying it from PlayStation, but they selling it for double what the PlayStation is selling it to them for. So if PlayStation only what? I mean, maybe it don't make any sense for them if they not getting their money, they can't make the thing systems. But is that not what this fucking saying? If they're not making money, then how the hell they continue to make systems? If they ain't got no money to buy the pieces that they need to make the systems, what they gonna do? Start throwing bullshit pieces in there, trying to make sure what's gonna happen? Like, how can you combat this? How can you expect anyone who doesn't have a PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X or next gen console of any form, how can you expect these people to, get up and go and buy that? Oh yeah, we can watch websites, but I'm not watching a motherfucking website for a fucking system, son. Y'all can kiss that shit. And you scalpers, y'all can kiss ass with the shit that y'all doing too. Big, nasty, juicy, wet, diarrhea-filled asses, as a matter of fact. You can kiss all of them, lick them, slurp them clean, motherfucker. Because ain't nobody I'm not finna pay you bitches double the price for no damn system that probably ain't even functioning at its highest capabilities. So yeah, in this article from Comic Book, they go on to say many expected the situation to change in 2021, but the shit hadn't happened. I ain't heard no new news about a motherfucking PlayStations and whatnot being in stores that I can just walk up in there and buy. Every time I see something about a PlayStation being PlayStations are available, I go check them out. Them hoes is gone within minutes. Hey, gotta be quicker than that, buddy. I get it. But it shouldn't even have to be all this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, speaking about the shortages, Foxconn, one of the world's largest electronics contractors, manufacturers, warned the component shortage isn't ending anytime soon. And as long as this is the case, stocks of both consoles will be limited despite demand. To this end, Foxconn is anticipating being unable to fulfill all of its orders, and if it doesn't expect much to change on the front until the aforementioned window, which is basically in mid 2022, when we should be able to say that we're gonna be able to have a PlayStation. And everyone should have a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X in their home. We'll be able to acquire one easier than we have been able to now. But it's still easier to find Xboxes. Thankfully for Xbox fans, the Xbox Series X isn't as great as the. Thankfully for Xbox fans, the demand for Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S isn't as great as PlayStation 5. Each PS5 restock currently sells out within seconds, which perhaps explains why the fastest selling console to date, at least in the United States, despite some of the supply issues. Meanwhile, it's a PlayStation 5, dude. It's gonna be people buy PlayStations because of name. Most motherfuckers who own PlayStations and who've just bought one for the first time, they probably never had one before, and they just PlayStation. I done seen people own PlayStations and not even play those motherfuckers. What the hell you doing with that PlayStation over there, buddy? Oh, I just bought it because it was a PlayStation. Fucking serious? Guys, look, I'm not going to go on any longer about this, man. I know y'all probably having a terrible time me trying to just get through this article calmly, butchering what words that I'm seeing. But the moral of the story is, if you're looking to buy a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, you probably have an easier time getting you an Xbox versus a PlayStation 5. And if the hashtag C-bomb is anything to worry about, shit, PlayStation 5 is not the system you're going to want to go with. And I'm sorry to say that because I'm a PlayStation man, but your boy might be heading over to Xbox. You gotta go with what you can get. If I want a next gen experience, the only one I can get my hands on is an Xbox Series X. I guess a nigga might end up with an Xbox Series X, bro. Hey, they got crossplay, so if I don't see you on the PlayStation no more, man, you know where I be. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good day. Again, it is happy 420. Y'all have a good day. Stay high. Peace.